why 2019 was the worst year for Ninjago. So if you're a fan of the channel, you probably know that a few months back I released a video titled why 2018 was the best year for Ninjago. Well, on the plus side of that, believe it or not, I do definitely think that 2019 was actually the worst year for Ninjago. I wouldn't say there's too many reasons as to why, more like a few big main points started. Oh, and quickly before we begin, when watching this video, do just keep in mind that everything I say is, well, my opinion, apart from the last point. If you disagree, then good for you. Feel free to leave your own opinions. Start by talking about the Teletune trailer that got leaked out early in May 2019. I still remember the day this trailer came out and how the community literally erupted. Everybody pretty much was talking about how bad it was, how childish it was, and how bad the animation was. Later on, I believe, Tommy Andreasen himself, one of the co-creators of Ninjago, responded to this saying it wasn't meant to be revealed now, the animation was unfinished, etc. You see, this did stop a decent amount of people from complaining, and it made some people a bit happier, but for the majority of people, this just was not sitting right with them. And this is where the huge decline within the community began. And I do think that this is what caused the negative opinions immediately after Season 11 started airing. Also the fact that at first everybody thought this trailer was intended for a mini-series, but then we got confirmation that it was for the main season. That caused people to freak out even more, and so when you put everything I've just mentioned all together, you get a lot of angry fans and a lot of negative energy towards the new Ninjago content and the creators. Okay then, so the next thing I want to talk about is the sudden decline in storytelling compared to the previous year, 2018. I think the issue was, they set the standard a bit too high with 2018, and so as soon as they dived into something that isn't quite as captivating and well written, that's when you end up with a pretty angry fanbase. Now, while some people may say, well, that is the fanbase's fault, they were expecting too much, and yeah, while that statement is kind of true to an extent, just what were you expecting them to think? Another issue was the fact that this season felt like it was just made for an even younger audience. Yes, Ninjago is objectively a kids show, but aside from that, it felt like they were aiming for an even younger kids show with this one, and so the jokes just didn't sit right with a lot of people. And in general, so many scenes were ruined due to the constant attempts at humour. A mix of poor storytelling in some areas and really bad humour in a season, you're then pretty much setting yourself up for disaster if we're being honest here. Okay, so before we get into the final point, is simply undeniable. With that being said, I do believe we've just come to the end of today's video. Whether you agreed or disagreed with the points mentioned, I do hope it was all worth the watch, and I sincerely hope you did all enjoy it. If you did actually enjoy it, why not drop a like on it? For more videos just like this one, plus a whole lot more, make sure you subscribe and turn on post notifications so that you never miss out on any future Ninjago content from me. With all of this finally being said though, I will see you all in my next one.